McLennan County moves forward with a partnership with ICE.
Dozens of protesters gathered outside the commissioners' meeting this morning.
6 News reporter Sydney Walker is live now outside the courthouse and has more on that new task force that's meant to facilitate the relationship between ICE and the sheriff's office.
Lindsay and Bailey, this all stems from Senate Bill 8, a brand new law that took effect January 1st of this year and requires local sheriff's offices to come into an agreement with ICE. Now, there's 3 different ways they could go about that agreement. They could have a warrant officer, a warrant service officer, jail enforcement, or a task force. Now, McLennan County chose the task force, but they were met with some criticism today. Protesters gathered outside of the courthouse and they argued that there was no space for input or information from the public, and they were hoping for a tabled decision this morning to allow more time for discussion before making a decision. The law states the sheriff's officers and county commissioners have until December of 2026 to agree. Protesters also argued that the task force is the most aggressive option available. ICE describes this model as, quote, a force multiplier for law enforcement agencies to enforce limited immigration authority with ICE oversight during routine police duties, end quote. Local law enforcement testified that this option is the only one where they don't have to create and hire a new position. And McLennan County Sheriff Parnell McNamara says it's the least disruptive to their duties. The vote allows trained deputies to question, arrest without a warrant, and serve warrants on anyone they and ICE agents believe is in the country illegally, according to their meeting agenda. But questions remain about what triggers questioning citizenship.
It wasn't really a question of whether or not it was going to get ratified. It was just trying to pause and understand what's going on and answer some questions. I don't know if the questions got answered. I do feel like it was a foregone conclusion. If it's not racially profiled, then what is the trigger?
We're not just going out rounding up people or questioning people. It's during their normal courses of business in law enforcement, whether it's a traffic stop, whether it's a call for service.
For the task force, the plan is to send 1 investigator through the training with 1 supervisor helping. But protesters fear it will only continue to grow. Coming up at 6, I'll have more on what's next now that this agreement was ratified between the county and ICE, and more lingering questions from protesters. Live in Waco, Sydney Walker, 6 News.
All right, Sydney, thank you so much.